Hello guys, welcome back. This is Namita from Information Science and Engineering Department studying at Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. So the topic of today's video is generic views of objects from the subject Full Stack Development 21 CS62. Let's get into the video. First, introduction. Generic views of objects provide a flexible way to interact with different types of objects in a generic manner. Generic views in full stack web development provide a standardized way to handle common tasks without the need for writing repetitive codes. That is don't repeat yourself principle. These views allow for reusable and scalable code by abstracting common functionalities. Generic views reduce code duplication and promote code consideration across the projects. Next, benefits of using generic views of objects. It saves time and effort by providing pre-built solution for common tasks. Enhances code readability and maintainability by abstracting complex logic. Generic views can be customized and extended to meet specific requirements of the application without reinventing the wheel. They promote consistency in the application's structure and behavior by following a standardized approach. Promotes code reusability by allowing views to be easily adapted for different objects. Common use cases: CRUD operations, list and detail views, pagination and filtering. First, CRUD operations. Generic views can handle create, read, update, and delete operations for various types of objects. List and detail views. Generic views can display a list of objects as well as individual object details without the need for custom code. Pagination and filtering. Generic views support pagination and filtering of object data by simplifying the implementation process. Working with generic views of objects in Django. That is Django. Django provides a wide range of generic class-based views for handling different object types. Developers can extend and customize generic views to suit specific requirements using inheritance and mixins. Generic views in Django follow the don't repeat yourself principle and encourage best practices in web development. Example of using generic views of objects in Flask. Flask also offers generic views through the Flask Classy extension for creating RESTful APIs. Developers can define resourceful views for different object types using class-based views in Flask. Flask Classy simplifies route handling and view organization, making it easier to work with generic views. Best practices for implementing generic views of objects. Follow consistent naming conventions for generic views to improve code readability and maintainability. Customize generic views to suit specific needs by overriding methods and properties. Keep generic views modular and reusable by separating concerns and avoiding tight coupling with specific objects. Test generic views thoroughly to ensure they work correctly with different object types and scenarios. Challenges: beginners may find it challenging to grasp the contents and implementation of generic views initially. Generic views may not always provide the level of customization needed for complex or unique requirements. Debugging and troubleshooting issues with generic views can be challenging due to their abstract nature. Over-reliance on generic views can lead to bloated code and decreased performance if not used judiciously. Future trends. Emerging technologies like GraphQL and microservices are influencing the evolution of generic views for handling diverse data sources. Generic views could leverage artificial intelligence to optimize user interactions and improve personalization. Continued focus on performance optimization and scalability will drive improvements in generic views to meet the demands of modern web applications. Future generic views may offer more flexibility and customization options to meet diverse application requirements. Conclusion and key takeaways. Generic views of objects offer a powerful and efficient way to work with different types of objects in a generic manner. By leveraging generic views, developers can streamline development processes and improve code quality. Understanding the benefits, challenges, and the best practices of using generic views is essential for maximizing their potential in software development projects. Continuous learning and adaptation to emerging trends in generic views will be essential for staying competitive in the rapidly evolving web development landscape. Thank you.